Hello there. And yeah, we're good to go. Right, that's good. That's good. I couldn't think of an intro that wasn't hello, ladies and gentlemen, so I don't want to fall into that trap. But hey, how we doing there, guys? We've got SunYan, my good friend there, JL. I hope there's no regret. I don't know. It depends, really. Maybe on our side, maybe on their side. It's going to be a difficult one to determine at this moment in time. How you doing there, John? Over the river event. Oh, yeah. You doing, Harry? Fenrir, Iceycrome, Anno, Voken, AT, French Dog, Bannon, AT again, Zeref, Carl, as always, Stanislav, and ERKKK. Good to have you guys. Right, we'll get going here in just a moment. How you doing there, Menosphere? Good to have you. Hello there, Rez. Right then, let's drop this. I'm hoping that chat will show, like if I show you guys here, like it's... Oh, there we go, let's see. It should ideally show. If it doesn't, then I do not know. Frankly. Actually, no, you're not going to be able to see, are you? 1 second. Sorry, 1 sec. No. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so on my side, I do have the actual chat box over here, and it should work. But, oh, there we go. Okay, now it seems to be working. I don't know why it wasn't working before. Huh, that's awesome. Ooh, got a bunch more people joined there. Let's open the game up. How you doing there, Roach? Good to have you, my friend. We've got David. Hello there, David. Hello there, Gary. Busy as always. Keith, good to have you. Alexander, yeah. Let's make Hungary great again. Oh, dear. I don't know why it's suddenly working now. Could give us a slang name. Yeah. Hello, my Aussies. Oh dear. Right, so we're looking for 10. So we say 15. Wee. Is that like a reference to like the pig is going to the bank or something like that, or something of that nature? Hello there. That's a great name there. Just feed it. Oh, it's going to be hungry. Are we talking about? We're talking about Gary, or we're talking about the chat? Yeah, maybe an alarm. I don't know, I can't expect things... I don't know, I feel like we might suffer in the Coral Sea. He did move into the Coral Sea just at a time when we were going for reorganisation, which makes things a little bit difficult. May hungry get again. Yeah. Oh, right, okay. Oh, that's nice. We should... I think I'm launching a deliberate attack at Singapore today. Do see more ships south of New Guinea, which is intriguing. We did see what looked to be a heavy cruiser near New Caledonia, which would be intriguing. How you doing there, John? Okay, so we're continuing to unload over here then. So Kitagama's going to open up. A little bit of return fire. Kitagami takes a shell hit there, but nothing major. Yeah, I don't know why it's suddenly working, but it's working, which is nice. That's good. It had a weird thing for a while, but I'm glad to see it's actually working now. Alright, there we go. So we have refueled the combined fleet. Refueled over there as well. I feel like why do you use that? Because it was the only thing I had on hand at this moment. Okay, it looks like he's sending something there. Yeah, Task Force 406 retreating from combat. That's not ideal. So something's moving in that area. It's good to see that we are aware of it as they are retreating, but we'll have to see. Now, okay, Akatsuki. We may bring the combined fleet to the Coral Sea. I would prefer to actually have a combined fleet move towards New Caledonia. Essentially try and cut off a southern retreat path, really. But we'll see. Yeah, I mean, this is it. Whatever pain that we do suffer will be temporary. And what we'd want to be able to do, though, is inflict grievous casualties in return. Nothing much for Vulcan. We did just see that our forces at Tulai get retreat from surface combat. But we'll see what happens there. Yeah, reacting... Interesting. We should have a general attack at Wenkau today as well, actually. Trebuchet torpedoes. Yeah, I like that. Put some giant fins on them as well, dropping from aircraft. Okay. Intriguing to see that they open fire at such long range. You think, well, there's no reason why they can't close in. Yeah, they're all over the range here. Are they just experimenting? There we go. Now, ideally, this will be effective, as it will be the... Looks like it's actually moving towards Hengyang. It's a good job of moving a brigade there. So 215 casualties, 6 disabled, 5, 24 disabled. Now, ideally, that'll help us. I don't know how the attack at Wanka will go, but ideally well. Moving into the air operations. Yep, more ships being sighted, sighted over here at Surabaya. It looks like it might be moving ships in there. Those are APs. Yeah, it looks like there's a suddenly very large amount of activity in the Coral Sea. How you doing there, Richard? Not too much as of yet. We do see something moving past Russell Island now. As to whether they'll arrive, okay, AP there. Submarines over there near Manus. That's something to bear in mind there. No movement to the Chinese troops. Maybe that we just don't have the detection bird, perhaps. Now, it looks like one of his submarines has been detected by our aircraft, so he may very well be aware of the Minikadabatai moving from the north, which is both a good and a bad thing. Now, he's not going to be aware of the combined fleet's location, ideally. Our forces driving. Yeah, and it seems like a massive reaction since we actually have our forces at... Right, looks like they're not too far out from Benjamin Masson. Need to get that base. Does have a decent escort. Yeah, it seems like since we actually arrived at Port Moresby, it has provoked a very big reaction. Okay, so we are sending our forces over here. We are going in a higher altitude this time around. We're going in about 17,000 feet, I do believe. There we go, now we're doing better. Yeah, they're very high up there. Hey man, Justin. Yeah, lots of things in the Coral Sea. It's going to speed this up. Okay, yeah, we make it through. That's good news. There should be a sweep set here, but if you remember, I was originally going to send zeros one time. People are like, oh, don't reveal your zeros. You've got a thing there, Voken, for saying I don't sweep. This is like the only time I'm not sweeping. How you doing there, Roland Dutchy? Hello there, George. Good to have you, my friend. But do remember, I was all for actually sending more air power. Right, okay, so we do lose a... Well, no, we lose an Oscar, a Nell's damage, but we do have better results there. We're not sending too much aircraft as it was decided. It would be best not to... As to not overplay our hand, really. Nothing much so much yet. How you doing, my no-name? Good to have you, my friend. Mr. Vans and Norman. My god, there's a lot of names here. Okay, so we are sending our forces in over here. Now... He's looking to move out over here. We should be in a position to launch a deliberate attack. I don't think he's going to have the ability to get out before we can attack him. Ideally, anyway. But it is major roads. If he's in... It depends here. Yeah, look there, Chaz. Good to have you, my friend. Yeah, he's moving here. But obviously we'll give chase. It's not ideal. I really want to be able to attack them and force them across the river. Ideally, he's moving in combat mode. But I doubt it. Okay, so it calls 177 casualties over here. Now, ideally, we will... Yeah, we're attacking a good few Chinese corps there. We may have to switch to bombing this force over here to try and slow that. Right, large raid over Singapore. Speed that up. They have AAA, so these would be like automatic machine... Well, you know, like machine guns and stuff like that. And higher caliber, that sort of thing. Yeah, a little bit higher caliber than that sometimes. Like 13.2 MGs and things like that. Like cannon, really. Okay, a few hits there. I'm probably going to start switching this over to ground attack, to be honest. Though we'll see. I imagine the fortifications at Singapore are going to be very high. So we are not going to take Singapore today. I can guarantee that one. We're probably going to take a nasty beating, but it's one of those where he can't take it forever. Ooh, I couldn't say that one off the top of my head. I know there's a definite distinction between them. Right, attacking here. Yeah, there we go, anti-aircraft artillery. Okay, a few more casualties over here, which is good to see. 73rd, 99th. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of fortifications at Singapore. I've waited far too long. Oh, we actually had one shot down. Wow, that's really rare. That might be the first one we've ever had shot down here. Wow. That's actually impressive. Another one there. Not a good day for the Sallies. Okay. So we actually do have some Ki-27s and Oscars responding here. This is bombers. We are quite low, actually, so this will be interesting. Ideally, we can cause some damage, but it'd be nice to shoot some down, actually. It looks like we shoot a few down. He still makes it through here. Yeah, they have. Not so much in the other game, though. That's the thing. Yeah, so he does make it through. It's interesting to see him bombing us. We do shoot down at least one. We damage a few others. So at least he has taken a little bit of punishment there. Oh, nice. I'm really happy about that. Oh, they just make it through. We might chase them out on the end. Yeah. Nothing much. Ooh, that's really bold to send them without an escort, though. Not that I could really punish him, but at least we had something in there. But that's a lot of bombers from Chongqing. We'll take advantage of that. Okay. Right, Hudson's over here. So, we're seeing a task force here, task force here, task force, task forces. Task forces further south in the Coral Sea as well. Okay. Yeah, well, that's it, yeah. Widowrays, Banshees, it looks like they're flying from Port Moresby's airfield itself. That's a woody, but I could probably manage that. I can have forces either disband to port or flee the area if they can't handle it. Yeah, what I'm thinking about is maybe just moving air assets. Oh, we've seen B-17s. That's interesting. Those aren't great to go up against, but the division here can take a lot of punishment. What I'm going to be looking towards doing, actually, I'm glad to see that troops arrived over here. I'd like to get some more over here to Buna. But what I'd like to do is bring the MKB down. And then I'm going to be looking towards actually using bombardment at Port Moresby as well. But what we need to do first of all is clear the area. It's really bold to see him moving through this area of Torres Strait. It's getting very bold in that area. Can you put cap over Port Moresby? We could, but we do have carriers on the way south. In a way, I want to encourage him. We'll get air cover of it shortly. I mean, carriers will be on hand. We could fly support. Sorry, we could fly supply in there. It's not very efficient, but it can be done. Right, G4s. Okay. AM there. Right, 5 allied ships there in Norfolk. There's so much going on right now. This is interesting. I tell you what, but I'm glad that we do have carriers on standby. I don't know, I can't decide whether he has carriers. He's got a carrier, at least. Or potentially carrier planes by Perth. Or, sorry, north of Perth. Now the question is, does he have the USN carriers over the RN carriers? Or does he have them at Melbourne? It will be very interesting to see, really. In case we do have some Oscars defending over here against these LT-12s. First time I've seen these aircraft, actually. There I go, damaged. Ideally we can force them to abort the bombing run, but it does not look like they will do. They are taking some damage. Ah, we shoot one down, that's good. We might lose a Oscar or two to Ops Oscars, but at least they cause some damage. But it looks like they go through. Yeah, Dutch planes, that's cool. Well, it's going for Nadakazi, so good luck with that. And we shoot one down there with a flag. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's a busy old turn for air activity this time around. Yeah, I'm desperate to start doing I'm desperate to get something over to the Rangoon area in terms of aircraft. As soon as possible, I'll be looking towards actually setting air. That's S-18 Baker. Okay, well that's not good. At least he's aware now. So, that's not ideal. That's not ideal. We are damaging the submarine over here, which is nice, but I would have rather him have not known about this. So he's going to be aware of the concentration of ships over here at Baker. That's for damn sure. Yeah, no, that's right there. So we do cause view hit, so he's going to be aware of Yabari and Tatsuta, which is not ideal. RO-34, so we see the Parrot. We did see an AP around here last time. Still trying to fish for that. That's Sturgeon. That's not good. I did send ships in here to actually pick up engineers from Inuatok, but that's interesting to see he's got Sturgeon over here. Is that on the way out? Otherwise, it's a really odd position for him to have that there. Let's continue to unload. Right, so we take a hit from a 6-inch gun. That was in the upper works, I think it was, so it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah. Okay, so we have our deliberate attack over Singapore. Now, let's see, he's got the 27th Australian Brigade, that's a strong unit there. 22nd Australian. Not many standout units, really, in terms of strength. Now, we are going to be defeated here. I imagine he's got a good degree of fortification, but ideally we can reduce that. We are going to be awaiting the 38th Division. I know, finally going for it, right? Yeah, so we'll be awaiting the 38th Division to arrive. So what we'll do then is, we'll lose quite a lot here, I'd imagine. Bring in the 38th Division, and then that should be enough to seal the deal. But yeah, it's good to see. I mean, his strongest unit then is the 27th. Yeah, reducing force is a critical aspect. We do have plenty of engineers, but not many of the engineers that we really need, like with the IJ engineers. But ideally they will help. But yeah, we'll see, we'll see. I'm going to speed things up just so we can actually see what the results are. But I do imagine we will see lots of casualties, but we can recover casualties. Yeah, the Imperial Guard was the ones who took the brunt. Yeah, I am a little bit surprised there as well, man. Okay, so you can see numbers dropping a little bit. Well, we're going to have them train. Okay, so reduce fortifications to 3. So casualties are 5997. Not as bad as I feared. Yeah, not so bad, really. Actually, that's really quite light. That's really quite light there, really. What was the actual fortification? Odds are 1 to 2. Those are not bad odds there, actually. 2391. Yeah, we reduced it to 3, so it was at 4 then. Yeah, the engineers obviously will pay for that. But that's not bad. That's something to think about there. So we have 13 destroyed, 384 disabled, engineers 58. Yeah, engineers definitely did pay for it. We inflict 2,050 casualties, 29 squads destroyed, 149 disabled, 36 destroyed, 107. That's actually gone a lot. We destroyed a unit. What unit did we destroy? That's good. Okay, that went... that's actually really quite encouraging there, really. Huh. Yeah, I mean, they have come out quite bad there. I mean, we've got the numbers. That's something to really consider there, actually. Level 4 are the forts. Yeah, level 5 is really quite expensive. Yeah, deliberate bombardment, yeah. We'll obviously have to wait for our supply to recuperate, but that was really good. That was really good. It's really intriguing to see that we destroyed a unit there. But that's actually a really good result. And, oh, this is the one where I want a good result. We are finally attacking one cow after so long. It's just 100 of Chinese core. I think it will fall this day. I think it will fall. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm fairly confident in this. How you doing there, Chase? Good to have you, my friend. My god, we've got 82. That's a lot of people. Let's rewind the video to find out what the Allied... Yeah, that's true. You can usually see that in the replay. I don't know. I don't know. The 100th is quite strong, I'm just hoping here. I'm hoping that we have been able to cause enough damage. I'm hoping that he's out of supply, but we'll see. Yeah, it's not going to take long either, really. I'm a little bit worried about this area. We did see submarines. 0, 650, 412. We don't take it, but it's not going to take long. 800, yeah, we definitely keep attacking. Yeah, we'll keep attacking now. That's brilliant. So 2 destroyed, 56 disabled. Yeah, we'll just keep attacking. 33 destroyed, 44 disabled, 26 destroyed, 38 destroyed. Sorry, disabled. Yeah, we'll grind that down. That's not going to take long. We'll see what the actual level of supply is in our own units. But he's down to 0 now. So, yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, we'll take a look at the state of the troops then afterwards. Okay. I don't know how this is going to go. Doesn't look good. Yep, so we do not take it. Okay, I'll admit I was wrong there, but we only take 32 casualties. 32. They're in a different ops mode, which is interesting, but I do need this. Right, okay, so 32 sustained. We inflict 152. We'd get to take a look at his units now. The Great Yeet. So we've got a Construction Regiment, War Area, AA Regiment, Group Army, AA Regiment, Heavy Mortar, AT Gun. So, I think we can beat that. Should be able to manage that anyway. We have lost a few squads. We don't have that many squads. But I think we can manage that. We'll see anyway. Right, so we have another Allied bombardment attack over here at Kuching. I will have to deliberately attack that. Well, I'm just saying, it wasn't as great as I hoped. It wasn't as bad as we all feared, so... And yeah, as you say, he's in movement mode, which is interesting. So we have another deliberate attack over here. Now, we did see him actually looking to move here. Yep, he's arrived in this hex there, which is not exactly great. Looks like he might be moving in here. I'd say maybe 2 days at most before the Battle of Chikyang. But there's not going to be a Battle of Chikyang, really. He lost the 1st Malay Battalion. That's interesting, well, Malay Battalion. So, no casualties inflicted there. I'm just trying to get that unit to surrender. Deliberate attack over here. Okay, pretty sure we'll take that. So, capture the base. Subs over here. It's funny when it shows you as ships. Does make you think wise. I can pick that unit up now. Okay, so that's an interesting turn, actually. That's really interesting, and went remarkably well. I expected a lot more. I expected more on the Coral Sea, to be honest. I did feel like we were going to suffer some losses in the Coral Sea, and it's really intriguing that we saw our forces at Tulagi attempting to retreat. Yeah, there's a lot of subs in Ambon. I think we actually pulled the BPs out at the right time, actually. I know they're rolling dodgy, I'm just being facetious. Oh dear. That went really well. Now, we didn't have any reports of carriers. He's probably going to be aware of our own carriers moving south, so we'll have to take a look at that. We do see a lot of... I've done that before, actually. I think THD has done that as well before sending in guys about that. So we do have the army in position. His forces are moving from Changtai. Duchy is throwing shade at me. Rightfully show. So. Okay. I invaded north of engineers. That's funny. Oh, I've been there. Right, what do we see here then? 2 ships over there. He's got ships over here. Yeah, APCL, Destroyer, AM. He's got ships there. That's really intriguing. They must be coming from Darwin. Okay. Right, we are seeing ships over here at Norfolk, and that's 5 ships there. There's a lot going on right now. We see ships over here then, so a patrol boat and destroyer. Heavy cruiser over there, supposedly. Now, he's aware of his force, but I did... Did I send... Oh, right, yes. I forgot to mention I am sending Kinigusa and Arashi. Tadakazi south there towards... I will have to edit that movement path. So that's good. Yeah, it looks like he's really reacting there. Time for naval bombardment. Yeah, I mean, I will be looking towards that. The good news is we have our forces over here. They are unloading. I can't put them into port due to the size there, but I could probably fit one into... Actually, I could probably fit both of them into port there, really. Let's take a look. If I take... Gonna make dinner? Yeah, sure. Have a good one there, Dutchie. Yeah, he tends to overreact sometimes to things. I mean, Port Moresby is one of those of where... What can he really do? That's what I wonder. Like, what can he realistically do? 12. Oh, they're just too big, aren't they? God damn it. It's not ideal, though. It's not ideal. Okay, so what I'll do then is take one of them, put it in. Yeah, it seems like it was 2 ships. I think it was these ships over here, but I can actually adjust with that now. I can actually manage that. So 782. How you doing there, Moonbeam? Might be the first time having you here, actually. Hey guys, I have a question. I had seen a lot of icons of different forces at land phase. Where can I read? I'd say look up. Would it be NATO designations? It's not NATO designations. What's the actual name? I can't remember what. It's a standard thing. I can't remember what they bloody call it. I know this is obviously before NATO designations. Somebody will know what I'm talking about. Like, what the unit icons mean. Like, what infantry is, corps, that sort of thing. Cavalry, cannon. I can't remember what you bloody call it now. Yeah, I mean, is there a name? Is there another name for it? Obviously, before NATO. I can't recall what they're called. Right. Yeah, we'll keep attacking up on Cal. I'll take a look and see how they're doing, actually, in just a moment. Put those patrol boats there. Okay. So we do see plenty of submarines over here. We do see Minikapitai over here, so he's going to be more than likely aware of that. But that's a good thing. It will be really intriguing, though, so he's going to have all these assets over here. What we may end up doing then is bringing the combined fleet down this way. Well, not this far south, but bringing them round about this point here. What I would aim to do then is try and cut off his path of retreat down here to the south. If we can control the Coral Sea, then we can actually hit him in the ports. Do we see anything out here? Not seen Dicky Bird. Can I have them retire back? So it seems like he's headed north. Whatever carrier was here looks like it's headed north then. So we'll figure out a path. I'm probably going to have the submarines move up here to the north. I do have fresh subs moving in there. I do have a sub over here as well, which I probably will send south. No, so just, I don't know. I just assumed that they might have had a different name as well. Yes, I remember seeing submarines last time around Wenkao. I believe I commented as much on the replay. I don't think we need the heavy cruisers. I think as we talked about, I'm going to retire the heavy cruisers to greater ends. Maybe pull the classic THG and withdraw again. Yeah, I'd imagine so. I'd imagine so. A fear might be that he might be laying mines, but I do have ASW assets in the area. I think we can get by using these guys alone. Disruption fatigue's not bad. Let's take a look. It's not so bad. We're at 811. 98, 471. But yeah, I do have patrol boats in the nearby area, so I will send some over here. Yeah, there we go. We have some patrol boats here, actually. Keep. That's fair enough. So they need to go back and rearm anyhow. I'll have these patrol boats move in there. Disruption, okay. Good to know. Right, well, they need to rearm anyhow. I think you can... It might be worthwhile checking out, actually. It would be worthwhile having a reassessment of our, like, anti-mine warfare capabilities. So that's not a bad idea. So we'll have them return to Shanghai. I can't set them to ASW, can I? But they do... Is it a little bit risky? We'll see there. I don't know, I'm kind of spitballing, but I'm not exactly pleased when I see submarines. It's very, very specific. Very specific. Okay. So that would be the core that we decimated yesterday. There's 18 units here. There's 22 here. 14 there. Right. We've recovered our supply. We do have the additional armor in place now, which is good. That's excellent. So we're going to have to go for a deliberate attack here then. His forces are moving. I don't think we're actually going to be able to catch him and attack him. I don't know, it depends. His forces are likely to be able to move out of there. Oh, is it shallow water? Oh, it is shallow water, so that's handy. At least that does work to our benefit there. Looks like he's moving from Luchao. We see 7 units over there. Right. He's not, as far as I can tell, moving, but I may not have a great deal of detection level there. We have our own forces here. Yeah, they're moving out in combat mode. I can move out in movement mode this time around, actually. So that's worrying because the thing is, he might be marching on us now. He's just arrived there, so it's going to take him 2 days. So I need to march out. It's going to take me 2 days to get out of there. I'm going to have to pray that they get out before he can get in. Yeah. We could try bombing there. I'm thinking about having the actual bombers switched over to these guys over here to try and slow them down. Yeah, he's most likely marching. Oh, I could slow them. It's a difficult one. Because there's a lot of units in this area. It's really not ideal. I was hoping that I would have been able to take this. How are they? That's a lot of disruption there. It's not ideal. Yeah, they are moving. Move east. You mean west? But yeah, that's where we're heading anyway. Right, okay. Probably should have just... Then again, we did see these guys move over here, so they had to be in combat mode. But we'll keep moving. These guys are moving to intercept their actual path over here. Looks like they're moving there. I suppose they could be moving there. I doubt it, though. Might be worth... Well, they're in movement mode now. It's going to take them a while anyway. Cause more disruption and casualty if you bomb moving, which will cause them... Yeah, well, that's true. Well said there, David. Right, another deliberate attack over here. Just trying to force our unit to surrender, but it really does not want to do so. So if we take a look at that, he still has control of the Hex side, which is not ideal. We have arrived over here at Nanyang, which is brilliant. I'm going to begin to immediately march north, actually. That's 34 units over here, but all that matters is actually getting to that Hex. So we need to start marching to this Hex immediately. If I can get there, then oh my god. This is where I wish I had some armor, frankly. Right, we've got the divisions there that have finally arrived out from their internment in Siberia. Essentially the bloody mountains there. Right, so march. Absolutely bloody march. Let's see. So we don't have a city yet. Okay. We are going to have to take the city. Or do I? I don't think I bother. I think what we'll do is keep these forces moving. It's allowed us to march. I don't think there's any issues with us marching. So set all to march for that. I do want to make sure we can get moving here. I don't have to realise what we're doing, but I really, really want us to get as far up here as we can. This is all times... What is it? Times 3 terrain? Is it wooded rough? So it's all times 3 terrain. The further north we can get, the better. If I can get to this Hex here, then that's great. He's got a lot of force over here at SunYan. I don't know why he moved there. It must mean he's marching either this way or he's marching down south, but it's just such an odd thing to do. These guys are marching as well. Okay. So yeah, we'll move in there to Nanyang to give us a couple divisions to play with. Set all to march. Can you check the troops west of Chikiang? Hey, I actually don't need to go up that wooded. Yeah, I know. But the thing is, if there's nobody here, then I'm going to try and take advantage of that. Yeah, you can go up that way. Yeah, you can march down that road to the clear over here. Well, I'm going to try and take advantage of this. If he doesn't have forces in those hexes, I'm going to try and really punish him by trying to just move up there. If I could get this wooded rough hex tile over here, I'd be really, really happy. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, actually, it looks like they're going to march away, isn't it? Right, so they're not going to march through, so I do have to take the hex. So we'll take this hex then. So it looks like they'd be marching the opposite way. We don't have it around SunYan, but that might be a good idea. Right, let's make sure they're not going to go elsewhere. Cancel your movement. Cancel that. Okay, so we'll take this and then begin marching north next turn. Yeah, well, we're aware of these troops over here. It might be worthwhile to look at the hexes around. It might be worthwhile to actually send a unit up that road there. What kind of road is it? Oh, God, no. It is secondary roads, okay. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, so, okay, that's okay. So by the time we take the city anyway, these guys will be halfway there. It is major road. Yeah, they'll be halfway there. Save the game, good idea there, I know, because I'm very like to make bloody mistakes and then regret it. So 81. It's really cool to be on the 81st episode. Really cool. Yeah. I'm saving. It doesn't... It's not like I'm ending the turn. It's more so I don't F anything up. So I tend to do that sometimes, and then we have to watch the replay again. Right, so they're going to take that base. They're going to be there. So by the time we take the base and they begin marching north, these guys will be in position. It may be very well worth it to move there. Now, let's see. That's clear terrain. What are the roads like around it? So secondary over here. Secondaries around it, okay. We'll look at the reconnaissance that we have. He does have a lot of troops over there. He could march them down here, which is not ideal. We are taking some sort of a gamble there, but if I could just get a brigade, ideally he's not aware of it. It might be that we actually just take one unit and have it march down this way. Try and disguise the fact that we're moving north. Best case scenario is he's not aware of that. He doesn't have the level of reconnaissance ability that we do, so ideally we could hide that. We're looking at low supplies over here at Henyang. We're looking at low supplies over here at Xiaoyang, as obviously as the forces move. Right, we do have the armor in position. That's 450 AV, which is a lot of AV. We are going to attack here. I don't think he's going to be in the hex when we attack. At least not everything's going to be there. But we do have to attack. I can't move north until we do, really. It is the last hex of clear terrain, really, which is unfortunate. It's definitely not gone the way we wanted. I think it's one of those of where, as much as I hate to admit it, I suppose it was the right... I don't know, it's one of these, isn't it? It's putting through hell. It's unfortunate because we can't stop him from marching, that's the thing. Had we taken Xiaoyang beforehand, then it would have been a completely different story, but unfortunately we just didn't get there in time. Yes, the issue is got the major roads. He did cede as Changsha, it did allow us to move over here, so we have been able to cause him a lot of pain by doing so. It's going to be interesting. He's going to end up crossing over here to Chikiang. The question is then, well, where does he go? Because if I can get these guys here, we can keep that road closed. If I can take control of this road, I'd be very happy, but that looks like it's very close to the wire. We are going for another panzer attack. Yeah, I mean, it is a lot of panzers. It's what, 450 tanks? That's a lot of tanks. These guys will arrive tomorrow. I can't change their mode because they'll already move 15 and be at 45, so they must be in movement mode. Now, I believe the commanders, if they're good, they may join the battle. Not very well, but they'll be there. It doesn't really matter at this point if the armor gets smushed. I don't imagine he's going to have much in combat mode. Maybe one core. They'll be able to beat one core more than likely and clear. But it's all about just trying to disrupt him, cause him problems. I'm leaning towards bombing this unit over here, really. This I can't do anything about, stopping it crossing. But if I can slow these guys down enough for me to actually attack, which we are going to do. We do have the benefit of the armor now, which is very good. Gives us that extra oomph. It is ×2 terrain there, which is unfortunate. It becomes ×3 over here. We'll have to really judge how able we are managing this. All that really matters is getting to this, across this river here. But that one's becoming increasingly difficult, frankly. So we need to bomb there. I need one road across. If I can't get a road, then we're kind of buggered. We'd still be able to cross more than likely, but it would be difficult because we don't have all our forces concentrated. Ideally, we can force him to have to leave that hex. So we are going to bomb at Changtai. Set all level bombers. Okay. Good to see that there was a little bit capped there. That did actually give him a little bit of a pasting. Nothing really great, but it did help. It just causes him some problems, really. Right. I do have 27s over here. What I'm going to do then is... I could sweep that, but I'd need to long-range cap him, really. So what I'll do then is long-range cap Changtai. Yeah, that's true. Then, what we'll do then is we'll use the K-27s then to escort. But if I can have a long range, an LR cap over Changtai, he sent bombers there. He's definitely, he's aware. He's obviously doing what we're trying to do here. Thankfully, we do have more bombers, so if I can shoot down his bombers, that'd be great. It looks like we're going to see the return of air battles over China once again. But we'll see. I don't need that. It's only 2 hexes away. Right. Those are forces that have been redeployed to the north. So the Malta movement. Yeah, so... It doesn't look like we're going to have the breakthrough that we really envisioned. But it does depend. All we need him to do is make some mistakes. That's what we need. Now... I suppose, if anything, the Raiden Regiment is a problem for him. I don't think he can move through the hex when we're here, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I know, but I went over it earlier. There's 7 units, 9,960 men. I'd imagine very much like this force over here, so a regiment, yeah, a mixed regiment would be able to knock them out. How big is the force west of Chikyang? 9,960. Supposedly. Alright, so we see 11,000. Sorry, no, 116,000. Jeez. He managed to get the vast majority there. Oh, actually, no, I take that back. That's a lot. Yeah, 94 guns ain't gonna do shit. I mean, you take a look over here, there's 212 guns. Guns is a very nebulous thing. If he doesn't have the troops, we'll be able to overwhelm. We have 1,140 infantry, 52 of our own guns, which is not a lot, but 504 secondary. We've got to get them out. Okay. We'll attack there once again. We'll go ahead and take a look over Singapore now. We do have additional forces actually still moving over there, so additional artillery, but it's not really artillery, it's just mostly support there. Other assets will be moving as well. Like, for example, we do have another engineer regiment over here, which needs to begin immediately moving. Though I don't think it's a proper engineer regiment. Oh, no, it does have some IJ. Ah, that's brilliant. That's exactly what we need. So let's take a look then. Let's take a look. Right, okay, so these regiments were reduced very much so. The divisions did quite well. Fatigue and disruptions up there. Yeah, supply is good as well. So what we could do then potentially is bombard, perhaps. It's either bombard or just... I could just use the divisions to potentially bombard, actually. How many troops can combine? These guys are a little bit separated, like we have some over here at Kankor, in China, and Singapore. They're kind of all over the place. 55th. Yeah, they're all the way down there at Comac. Which is why, in the Dadman game, I sent them explicitly to Indochina. So that is the regiment that takes Guam. Kinda annoying. But we do have the 38th that will be on the way shortly. So we'll set them to... Well, in fairness, I might as well have them all bombard, really. We'll all bombard. It's going to use supply, but it's going to use this supply as well. Oh, saying that, it might be better for us just to recover. Bombard the same. Yeah, they'll likely still recover, so that's fine. We'll bombard them. Right, you over here. I need these forces shifting from Kota Baru. Speaking of. Yeah. Okay. Koi's, Naval Guard, Engineered Regiment. That's one that we need shipping out. But that's, it's got some IJ, but it's not the big ones really. Whoever has the bombardment order usually does more damage. Okay. Right, I'm going to get these 2 Naval Guard units picked up. At least I would have hoped so. Okay, we'll take what we can then. Okay, get them moving. I'm going to have them deployed towards the area of the Philippines. Right, we did see a ship down here not too long ago. He did retake Zamboanga, so he does have forces there. So I'll retake Zamboanga and then move on towards second Cebu. I will need supply here, but I don't want to use all that supply. So we could potentially have them move down to... Not there, because there's not that much supply anyway. There's a decent chunk of supply there at Brunei, so I'll take some supply from Brunei. If we need to, anyway. Might just have them head to Cagayan. Let's see, so we do have additional troops on the way down here. The LSD has unloaded, thank God. Now get the hell back. Because frankly, I don't want you to be risked in such a manner. Or to disband when you do arrive. Yeah, and it is a pain. It is a pain. We do have assets moving into the area to actually put an end to it, which is good. So like the light cruisers and the DMSs will be okay. Those DMSs would be nice up by Wenkal. I think I might have some additional DMSs still there. Right, okay, so let's take a look. These guys are moving. We're going to go for a bombardment attack at Cagayan, test out his AV and then attack afterwards if it's good. Right, all are going to bombard. Brunei, we will do in the future. I'm going to need a lot of supply down here in Marie. We'll be taking that more than likely from here at Saigon. It's going to take some time for us to get things moving. My God, have I been expanding that port? Wow. Well, okay. I mean, it's a little bit late to stop it now, but that'll be useful, I guess. Yeah, they can. Like I promise you this, as soon as we get the forces in the area, the thing is, things that are a little bit spread out at this moment in time. These guys will be used to establish naval search over here at Jolo. I am going to hunt down his ships as well. We do have a couple of ships over this way that we can use as well shortly. Kitagami actually took a bigger hit there, which is surprising. So, we'll have them return not to Brunei, but to Saigon for repairs. That you can then march overland there if needs be. Return to Saigon. Okay, so we are moving additional engineers and additional assets over here as well. We do have only 1/200 supply, which is not a lot. I do need vastly more supply here in the future. Though, not... oh, actually, I tell you what, we can just use those... yeah, those Naval Guard units just need to move down here to Palembang, don't they? Never mind the Philippines for now. 2 Naval Guard units may be enough for Palembang. We'll have to take a look. Let's take a look-see here. Load. It's going to load a decent chunk of supply. They're pending now. Oh, because one of them was in strategic, which is unfortunate. I don't know why they're in strategic. Oh, it's because they've just moved in here, isn't it? Well, we have mini Kidbatai. I'll tell you what, let's see. Nancy. There we go. That makes things easy. Right, so we'll get those guys loaded for an attack on Palembang. There's only 4 units over here. Not too much. Yeah, we'll take a look at that. Still got the MKB. Yes, we are right. So last turn, nothing was sunk there, supposedly. If I take a look at aircraft losses, today, 4 B339, which is interesting, 2 ops there. We lose 3 Oscars, 2 L212s go down. Those go down. Sonoya, Sally, which is unfortunate. G3, SB, DB. Not a great deal, but that's fine. We are moving our forces in here. He's going to be aware of this now, which is not exactly ideal. He doesn't have a huge amount of force over here, so that's good news. But we are going to be taking Benjamin tomorrow. That's going to be without a doubt, to be honest. I did tell them to move coastal. They're acting as an absolute threat. Escort, which is good. So reorganizing, frankly. No. But this is it. Apparently, I don't know. I don't know if I can agree with just keeping the air power concealed. I do agree with it to an extent. I can see why. But I think it's one of those. If he's going to be in the area, I don't know. He's already in the area. I may utilize 1-0 squadron to sweep, to be honest. Maybe the smaller squadron. Maybe the big one. He's going to be aware of a Tainan. I think I'll utilize the Tainan KUS. How you doing there, Major? I think I might have actually intended to use them for a sweep last time, because they didn't have a target, did they? That might be why. So we'll use them to sweep. I don't think I think it's one of those of he's going to be aware that we'll have zeros. We'll use that and get the job done. Nothing terribly fun there, really. Yeah, well, that's it. Well, we'll be landing over here to Benjamin tomorrow. I'll get the assets moving over there ASAP. We are reorganizing things. It's been a terrible... There's a lot of inertia in this campaign that is really... It's difficult to overcome just due to the sheer amount of things. But we're moving things. Getting it moving there. Can you put cap over Singapore? Can you show... We do have cap over Singapore. Can you show how much supply the Port Moresby division has? Sure. So over here we do have 1578. I think we had what? Was it 500 last turn? We have 1455 in the units. 2750, 29 disruption. Well, to be fair there, Mage, I do have 2 campaigns on the go. But no, what I mean by inertia in this campaign is just all the old mistakes. But this is what we're trying to rectify now. Trying to really rectify that. It was around 1,000. Okay, so we're getting about 500. We could potentially attack. Or we might await more supply to build up. Probably better to attack now and just give it time to recover. So we'll have to have a few days to wait anyway. Try and reduce his fortifications would be a nice thing. So we will go for a deliberate attack today. He looks to be moving more forces in there desperately, which I've got to say is a mistake, to be honest. The more he moves in there, the more he's going to lose, really. Like, our supply situation isn't great, because obviously it takes some time to actually travel across here. But we still have 13,000 supply there. It's going to trickle down here, well, slowly but surely. Yeah, I'm considering actually launching torpedoes towards that end. The Aussies have really bad units up until 1942. Well, we do have the benefit of a full division and, of course, an engineer regiment, which is nice. Which helps, does help. 3 political points. I might give them a superior. Just to help out there. $76. Yeah, he's the best that we have there. That's good. Got a good amount of planning. It would be good if we had a headquarters transported over here, frankly. Right. You've got a command radius of 5. That's 7. No, we don't have fighters over here at Gazmart as of yet. We do have the Kiddipatai over here. The question is, I might bring the Kiddipatai down this way. I may not actually reveal them yet. He's going to be aware of something being up there. Or we could move straight down and have a chance of actually hitting his assets. Into Largi. I think we saw cruisers last time, didn't we? So they're detected. You finished unloading, which is good news. Okay. And what I'm going to do then is head towards Tulagi with this unit over here. I may leave the destroyers here to actually spring an ambush, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, supply's not much of an issue. It is trickling in here. We'll have an attack tomorrow, and then we're going to have to wait a few days to recover anyway. So it's not terribly much of a problem. We do have the Air Division. Now, Air Fleet Headquarters over here. So let's take a look. Level 1. Issues: I need to build this area up. Now, Gazmart is being built up. It's going as quickly as we can make it go. But that's not going to take... Well, it's going to take some time, really. Only 21 engineers is not great. Ships are right back over here, which is good. There's a lot of ADs. Is this from elsewhere? That might be from Truck, actually. Yeah, I'm going to have them switch to a service force, actually. Ideally, they come in during the night. Yeah, well, I can have these guys disband then for the time being. It is great to have all these guys. I can make a lot of use of them. We do have a sub over here, which is excellent. So I can send that sub down this way. Yeah, that's true. I do want to cover Buna. But then again, there's subs there. He seems to be heavily patrolling this area, so I don't think he understands that I can send supply to this area and have it trickle down this way anyway. And it's not great, due to just the terrible nature. It's there where it really struggles, and obviously here as well. So what we'll look towards doing then is potentially fast transport to get more down there. But what I really need is to have units here, so then supply will naturally congregate there. I could send in one ship of troops, and I think that's going to be the wise idea. I'll send one ship of troops in there with the PBs. They can unload in Buna those troops there, which will actually help to secure Buna. It will make sure that we do not lose Buna to some sort of amphibious action, but it will mean that supply will then congregate down there, which is good. Now in the south is interesting. I like the fact that it's so close to Norfolk so close to Noumea is very fun. Yeah, we've got 2,300 tons of supply. Infinite had pointed out, and I did change it as well, but I forgot about Lafoa. We had it set over here to supply, yes, but I hadn't looked at Lafoa, so Lafoa was supply, yes, as well. Now everything's sorted, supply will actually go to where it needs to be. So we do have a level 2 airfield, which is good. No engineers, however, which of course I do need engineers. I may be able to fly an offensive mission out with the air flotilla here at level 2, but I may be incorrect on that one. It does say we have the ability to use torpedoes. It is somewhat tempted to have the H6Ks used, but we do have the G3s over there. Now, I could tell them to use torpedoes in naval search, whether it makes an actual difference or not. I think what I'm going to do is actually up the amount that they're doing here. I could up the distance they fly. I don't think that's required. Not bad there. Okay, let's hope our troops also outshine what the Japanese accomplished in the Kokoda. Well, we have sent a very large formation there. Right. Now, we do have a Naval Construction Brigade over here at F8. So that's good. We have the engineers ashore, so they can begin building up the airfield, which they are doing so now. That's good. We have 36 here. And 3 vehicles. I'd like to get them shifted down there to Noumea. Over here at Luganville. Let's see. Did they arrive? They are here. So they've begun to unload. It looks like they just haven't been able to unload as quickly as I would like. But the good news is they're here now. We should have fuel on the way as well. Not too far out. We do have the air division. I would like the air division to be unloaded over here. But the fact is we do have a... it's a level 1 port as well, isn't it, frankly? I do have that supply there. I do have a level 4 airfield, in fairness. Not that it particularly matters with that. What I might do then is actually take the air division and have it sent... oh, there we go. Yeah, better unloaded fuel now. What I might do then is actually take the air division and just send that to FET and have it unload there. And then that means we can use torpedoes in this area. So I'm going to build this area up. I think G3s can fire offensive from level 2. Yeah, I think it helps as well to have air HQs. It does reduce the cost of actually doing so. It may be that we actually move these assets down here to Noumea. Yeah. What I'd like to do is actually to shut down this area. Now, we are building an airfield up over here, which is nice. I've got a lot of engineers. Those engineers are marching down south. Well, actually, these must be 40... It's 24 there. Might be engineers from the other units. I do have the aviation unit moving south. Yep, there we go. So there's only 8 engineers. Wow, that is not a lot of engineers. But it's still more. Gives us more aviation support and some SLF support as well, which is nice. They're not too far out there. Okay. Then unload in. I'm going to put the AS ashore. But the AS is actually here to actually unload some supply, which is going to take a while. But I don't really need to supply this one as of yet too much. It is useful. They will bring supply from these ships over here, so that's something to bear in mind. Right, let's take a look. DMS 7. Okay. Alright. Well, to be honest, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to leave them here, actually. It means that they'll just unload here tomorrow. I can move supply over to Fate as needed. I'm going to keep that AS unloaded and a bit of supply there on that island. Hey, didn't I finish? Yeah, time for a hobby mind. Yeah, so I'm going to keep them unloaded supply over here at Fate, so I can actually get the construction underway. Yeah. Well, actually, 9-9, then you might as well retire. You're not going to whatever the hell Nago is. That sounds like Japan. Right, retirement is allowed then afterwards, then auto. That's good. You're moving back over there, okay. Right. No, not yet, but I will do. Yes, we'll go for this. I will set them to normal threat threshold. They can patrol this area. I mean, he's heading into areas which aren't great for him there. Okay. And do you think our forces are exposed? Well, the thing is with the cruiser crap is it's annoying. It really is annoying because he has the tendency to move in at full speed, which is irritating. It's one of those things where it shows up very suddenly. But it seems we do have the ability to actually launch torpedoes here. What I may do is take a G3 squadron from up north and bring it down here to Luganville. We do have fighters over here to cover us. I don't think fighter covers is necessarily as important as it is north. For you, John. Right, I'm going to up the level of search over here. We're only at 9, so I can afford to do this. Yes, there's naval search at Tulagi. There's H6K4s over here. Right, there's a DD and AG. Sorry, DD, AD. Okay. Yeah, no, I do agree. Let's see, you're undetected, okay. What I'm going to do is actually take that 4th destroyer fold it into the other destroyers, and then that gives us something to work with. It looks like he's heading to this area. So what I'll do then is I'll set that there. I can set that as a reaction force, have the ADAG move wide around. Set it to, I guess, 3. Maybe 6. That's true, but our subs in the area. I think I can take a risk by going further north, perhaps. And then down. It is a lot to lose, however, isn't it? No, it's not really worth that risk. Yazi can move in there. But we will go north. Well, this way. Move that way and then down. Hey there, Christoph. Good to have you, my friend. Not too much there, John. Right, so we're going to have them head that way temporarily, so I can change... Now, we do have a heavy cruiser moving towards the area, which is good. I do need to avoid him being detected over this way. It might be better to have them head to Talagi to begin with, actually. Just have them head that way. They're escorted now. Right, they can head that way. I do have the Oilers over here. There's combined fleet here. I think what I might do then is bring combined fleet down this way. And then if I can close this area up... close this area off and move up north, we could bring then MKB down here and use them in tandem. I think I don't know. It's one of these of... Or do we go over this way to Palmyra? Well, we have Minikid per time. How far is 15? That's 15. 17 with G4s would be like that. So it's not enough to reach there. Could use H6K4s potentially with torpedoes. Then again, I don't think we need a second carrier force, do we really? I could bring other carriers. So I could bring Shoho, well not Shoho, I could bring Yungyo down south perhaps. Or we could... What it might be worthwhile doing is just bringing MKB down this way. Ignore this for the time being, and just keep moving MKB down this way. And then we could use MKB this way and move up the north. So I can lock down the Torres Straits, essentially. Yeah, that's what I plan to do. How far can we move here? Okay, so 8. Let's say just head down this way. Right, so they're obviously moving 20 hexes there, but obviously they're going to move 8. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is where they'll arrive here tomorrow, more than likely. So yeah, we'll move down that way. Allows me to start moving things. Okay, we do have those guys. Got these guys for all the aviation, they're moving in down here to lay. Right. I'm not scared, but I'm not stupid either. I don't want to give away the position here because everything that's here will just run. What's the worst he can do? He can bombard, okay. That's going to do damage, but if anything, that's drawing him deeper into the area. I don't want to just move in the Minika Batai and then he just scatter. I want to try and make sure we can actually kill something. So if we can get down into this, the Coral Sea down here to the south and push up, I'd rather do that. It means I don't have to bring a second carrier group down here. I could try to close this area for torpedoes, but obviously if he's close to the mainland, I can't do shit. The Alafura Sea to Morsi I need to shut down. I'm going to take these submarines and have them head up that way. Yeah, but where's he going to have these PPYs? Sure, they could be out here. But then, but then doesn't that raise the question of, like, well, if we bring them closer, they're very much likely to be spotted? We take a look over here. These guys aren't spotted. They're not spotted. They're not spotted. These aren't spotted. They're spotted there. They're spotted there. No, we're going to go this way. What can he do? He can bombard, sure. That's fine. Let him do that. I'm going to move down here, because then that gets us into the southern end of the Coral Sea, while down towards this area, which is fine, and then I'll push on. Well, this is one of... Well... I don't think so. I don't think it's sound really moving into an area where we see multiple submarines in such a close concentration. Obviously, this area is quite narrow. Yeah, we do see troop transports, but so what? We'll get them. We're going to move down this way into the open ocean, outside detection range. Once I get down to this area, we'll move up. It looks like it's moving this way. So what I can do then is set these guys to actually use torpedoes. Yeah, but Evoken, come on, man, think. Think, man, think. We move straight into this area. He's going to run everything away, isn't he? Okay. He runs everything away. No, we don't need to prevent the reinforcement of Port Moresby. He's very much welcome to send more reinforcements in there. He's not going to drive out of the division. Even if we can't take Port Moresby, he's got troops there at Port Moresby that will inevitably be destroyed. We can bring more forces than he can. We want him to reinforce Papua New Guinea. We want him to reinforce it. So we'll be able to run... let's see, G3's there. What I may want to do then is actually move the Careful to Freeze from Luganville up north. Or I could actually have some Zeros potentially dispatched over here to Rapal to escort perhaps, or even from Gasmarta. Let's see. PB's there. AMC's, that's nice. Right. Artillery. Take these guys as well. Just ever so slightly. No, I mean, it sounds daft. It sounds crackers, doesn't it? Because it's one of those of like... Well, he's gonna do this. He can move more men in, but we want him to move more men in. He can't kick us out. Right. Reallocate. Yep, there we go. I do need some actual escorts in there. Well, industry's going well enough, really. We haven't really had to touch on it for a while. Obviously, we are running lower and lower on fuel inevitably, but we are going to be moving that. It should be underway shortly. Yeah, tankers moving down there. Ah, there we go. We've got some tankers moving north. It's only 2,500 to begin with, but I'm moving significantly more tankers down this way. Yeah, those coastal guns have been less than stellar. What's the... So it's jungle here. Okay. So we'll launch a deliberate attack over here. I don't expect amazing results because of... He does have a decent amount of strength there. But it's fine. We can manage that. Right, that's a little bit more moving than engineers. Reconnaissance, which is odd. Let's see. Yeah, what's it? Well, no, okay. Let's go over this. This is ×2 terrain, okay. So, that's 464, which is more like... Well, it's over 800, it's closer to 900, essentially. As well as the engineer regiments, okay. We might take losses to bombardment. But take a look at Wenkau. Now, Wenkau, for example, has been under bombardment for how many days in a row? Constant bombardment. Air attack as well, occasionally. He might be able to, like, scrape off some excess of squads. Like, he might be able to damage him, but we've got 293 squads there. We can last. And the thing is, he reinforces to what end? He's only got an He's only got so much supply. Sure, he can move more in, but he will crack. It's only ×2 terrain. He's going to have to move a lot of forces here. The thing to bear in mind as well is we have 1 division. He has 8 units. Okay, right, let's go with the scenario then. Okay, he moves more and more men into Port Moresby. Then what? It's not going to be a long siege. It's not going to be a long siege. Once we move... I think you guys are worrying too much. We'll move the Miniklipitai down here. Bring it north. Once we take control of the actual Coral Sea, then I'll bombard. I doubt it. To be honest, I would be happy if an American battleship showed up. I'd be surprised, but I'd be happy if one did. Oh, he's really trying to get us over here. That's funny. Let's get all this moving out. We should cancel them loaded fuel there. Oh well. Should tell them to unload, actually. Sorry, to cancel loading. Well, what I'll do then is have them move out anyway. Right, so they can move that fuel to Kandari now. Forgot to tell them to stop loading that fuel. They were meant to head to the Bipaldwarp. Right, make sure these guys are fueled. Tell them to disband. Okay. Yeah, that's not. I can share it out anyway, so that's fine. We're going to get these assets moving north then. In fact, I'm going to leave that top at the moment. I'll just take it out after. I'll leave the faster ones as well, actually. Actually, saying that, it's quite a fast task force, isn't it? Well, I'll leave behind a couple of them, because I do like having these guys. So that's still 3 escorting, which is enough, really. So they can head to the Baldwar. I'll share that fuel out. Yeah, quite a few. Replenish. Right, there we go, I'll get them moving. In fact, I'll put a couple more in. So that'll be 5. Homeport Bibaldwar. There we go. So we'll get them moving out there. Right, these guys still patrolling. They can patrol here as well. Right, there we go. Not too sure on that one, actually. What I'll do is take that out, put those torpedo boats in. Okay, well they don't need to be docked anyway. Didn't mean to disband them, actually. I like your optimism there, John. Right, this can head over to Kandari. I'm going to need torpedo boats in this area. Alright, move to Kandari. Right, so we're doing a fast transporter, supplies moving in. Yeah, then they can refuel their Namla. It is risky, but we do need to get some more supply in here so we can actually go for it. So we're loading more supply over here, which is excellent. Okay. I'm just waiting on the actual additional aviation engineers, or just all the actual additional assets to arrive, but it's good to get supply building up over here. That's what we need. Right, okay. So we'll take this base, well, we'll land at this base tomorrow, then take it the day after. I've got I-156 over here. She needs to move out. I've got a theory, I've got a feeling that he's moving north. It feels like he's moving north with them there, actually. Oh, you guys. You're funny sometimes. I'm gonna move these guys north, try and figure out where he is. Okay, they need to return and refuel. There'll be fuel over there shortly, there'll be fuel there, but it looks like... Well, head for Belapapa now, if you can get there. Doesn't look like you'll be able to manage it. It's 31. That is 29, that's odd. It's funny, actually. Well, head to Mekasar, we'll be able to get fuel there. Right, there we go, get fuel there shortly. Sending them out, try and just look for detection, really. They can head down this way towards Perth. I'm going to patrol around Christmas IO. Or, actually better be Coco's Island, actually. Take a look over that way. Alright, there we go. Okay. I get the idea that you guys have, but okay, so we move in here. He then scatters. Right, okay. We're then in an area where we're in a geographically confined area. There's lots of submarines. Okay. We get one shot at it. Brilliant. Okay? We might sing something. Awesome. If we move down here, actually use initiative. Actually use our smarts, use our position, use our reconnaissance abilities that we have and he doesn't. We move down here. If I can cut his line of retreat to the south, where's he going to go? He's going to go into port. If he moves through the Arafura area into the Arafura Sea, okay, we can get him with torpedoes. I need to prevent him from moving south. It's not that I'm being passive. It's not that I'm not being aggressive enough. It's just I'm not being an idiot. Okay, we'll move at flank. That's a waste of fuel. He's not going anywhere. Where's he going to go? Is he going to go either back into port or is he going to go south? Or is he going to go north? Where's he going to go? He's not a magician. He's going to go down this way. I just think you guys are wrong. I know it hurts. I'm like sorry to disagree, but this is the point when I do disagree. It just seems so like okay, we can do that, but I can move assets over here so we can run torpedo bombs from Rabaul. That can be done. I may use assets from one of the actual carriers, perhaps. We'll see. Well, I don't like to disagree with people. I understand the viewpoint. It's just one of those of it's like, it isn't being passive. Essentially, all I'm saying is we go to the south for a few days and then head up north. And then we cut his line of retreat then. Because essentially I can't stop him from retreating down south, not entirely. If it was a little bit closer towards New Caledonia, I can stop him moving this way. I could do with fighters over here, so it may very well be worthwhile to take fighters from one of the carriers and station them at potentially Gazmata to act as escorts, move these G3s back to Rabaul. I should have the ability to use torpedoes over here. Oh, AT. Oh, AT. Okay. So, if we go with your method, we move, okay, we get some strikes, okay. Then he runs. I'd rather be able to get more. I don't know why people are afraid of him reinforcing Port Moresby. It's really not a big deal. You gotta think we have the ability to move enough force into this area to be able to destroy him no matter what he does. He's got a carrier, at least carriers, on this side of the Coral Sea. Sorry, on this side of Australia. We have intelligence. Well, we have the ability to run naval search down here. I get where you guys are coming from, and I'm sorry if I sounded a little bit annoyed. It's not that I'm annoyed, it's just sometimes it's like, well, things get a little bit heated, don't they? I can see the merits, but I do see that there's more merits in doing this. If it means that we can get out there longer. He's picked up on aircraft carriers over this way, so he'll be expecting us, I'd imagine. Remember, we saw that our D3As had spotted these submarines over here. So he's more than likely going to be suspecting that. So if we don't go for what he will expect and move this way, we are covering ourselves as well. We'll see. I could be wrong. But we're going to take that risk. Right, subs are moving in there. Tell you what, I'll take these subs over here, actually. Have them head down here to Tulagi. Try and make that a problem for him. It's a very fast sub there. Port Moresby was part of the Battle of the Coral Sea, with the Coral Sea being known as the turning point of the Pacific that led to the downfall. It's not gonna happen here. Oh my god. Oh dear. I don't think we're gonna lose at Port Moresby. Bear in mind we have battleships on the way over here. We have AKEs on the way over here. Not there, actually, explicitly, but wherever. They're around... Ah, there we go. So we have our AKEs. They were originally heading into Tarawa. I may yet still have them head to Tarawa. I do need to be able to rearm. Might be that I take... I can manage with one down here, to be fair. I'd like to make sure that we can actually rearm the combined fleet as it moves out. It may be that I have them head to potentially Midway instead, but no. We'll have them head down this way. We'll need to refuel along the way. No, I get what they're saying. I know what the feeling is. It's one of those of like, we see targets here. Like, there's APs here. It would be good to try and sink them. And this is it. There's probably troops aboard those. It would be good. What I'm going to do here is actually look to organize a naval attack from Rabaul. We have the ability to do that. I just need fighters to cover them, really. Like, we can throw those out. So I will look to actually launch an air attack from this way. I will do that. We have those oilers there. That's really, really awesome, actually. So I can have them actually head down here to Tarawa. Gives that oiler capability. Okay. So let's take a look. So I don't have fighters over here, of course. You're moving in there with additional supply, which is always a handy thing there. Let's take a look. That's you. Right, let's see. What we'll do then is we'll take the Taiyo fighters there. How you doing there, Racer? Doing well, my friend. Good to have you. Right. So. We'll rebase them to Rabaul. What's the distance, actually? Before we do that, I want to find out what the distance is from Rabaul to Moresby. That is 11. Yep, they can do that. We do have 20,000 tons of supply, actually. Wow, that's a lot. What's aviation support like? Not great, frankly. I could move things out of here, or I could move things in. I haven't seen any, but it's one of those if it is worthwhile to have them there. Send them to Rabaul. Right, there we go. Wow. Wow. Okay, we'll move you over here to Rabaul. Though saying that, I may keep them in position here, actually. I'll keep these guys in position because they can continue to run naval search, which is a very handy thing to have. I don't like the amount of fatigue, though, frankly. I'm quite sure that they don't have better intelligence, but it does give us a lot of intelligence down here, which is good. So we'll do that, then. These guys can fly. Naval attack. How many of them will be ready tomorrow? Quite a few there. That's enough. I can work with that. I can work more into here sooner. So they'll be available tomorrow. Right, what we're going to do then, so naval attack, 20%. Let's see. Hey, didn't I finish? Right, okay. $14 at 8. Make sure they're set to just 14, which is not bad anyway. And that's well within range. So we'll have a naval attack out from Rabal tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to leave about 30% of them for naval attack. I don't want to send many, so we don't know what his actual aerial resistance is like. But that'll give us the ability to strike out tomorrow then, which is going to have to respect that. Yeah, you're not bad. You're not wrong on that one, are you, Chaz? I'm not going max range. I'd rather use the torpedoes. And that's within range. That's only barely out of range. We'll be able to hit him if he moves this way. Oh, finish. You sassy bitch. Okay, how long until these guys are ready? A few will be ready tomorrow. Of course, they did move out. I might move that squadron back in then. Zeros would be better to actually use that ability, but as long as I can strike here. Let's... excuse me. 12, okay. So, I'm looking for the 64th Sentai. Which is over at What? Oh, I see. Yes, we're going to have a deliberate attack. Right, so we've got a few in there. So right, so this has just been recently changed over. Okay. Take that back. Right, will it happen? Trying to build up our air power. We are getting there. Yeah, but Anna, what if we send in our bombers and they all get shot down? We don't know what we're going into. Right, they're heading there to refuel. Okay. Yep, they need to refuel. Thankfully, we can get that done. What are they looking like? They're actually alright for a while. I'll have her just patrol around the north of Soribaya. At least when it helps to give us a little bit of protection over this way. Okay. Espresso Depresso. I love that name. Ah. What does the title mean? Essentially, it's a reference to the Coral Sea, really. As a little hint that obviously all the assets he's moving to the Coral Sea may very well backfire on him. Oh, you sweet there, Roach. No, they know I'm not mad at them. I know they're not like mad at me. It's fine. It's just differences of opinions. I get what they're going for. I don't think he's moving that AO or tanker this way. But I'm going to keep on moving this I-4. She does have a really nice amount of range. It gives us something out that way as well. Okay, we did see assets around here last time. What are they like for patrols? That patrol's a little bit too far to the north, I think. Yeah, I can't wait until we can actually get some fuel into Luganville. Need to get more and more. Frankly, we've been lingering on the vine for too long out that way. Okay. Alright, let's keep that going. It is good to see him over here. Did miss out on that. Now, let's see. It is deep ocean there. What have I got endurance-wise? I'm going to bring that sub back to New Maya. Something of a little bit of defense there, because I don't really have much going for me. In terms of actual surface defense there. Oh, you finished it? You're up to date? Wow. That's a long time. Well, we're going to get the next scheduled invasion is Bandamas and Benjamin, blah, blah, blah. And Palembang. That one needs to be underway. Right, okay, so let's see. You're moving supply. No, you're not. You're stood down. Okay. Okay. See, these guys could head all the way to Gazmart if needed. Right, let's see. So they break into detachments of 10-ish. Okay. I'm going to move you to New Maya. Not ideal. I was hoping that more would have made it. I'm not going to move them there. I'm just going to keep a couple here, actually. Alright. 12 is fine. Maybe better to move a couple more, actually, but I'm going to keep them... No, it's probably better to move the squadron there, really. I don't know if it's stacking, actually. And we'll go with it as is. Now, ideally we should be able to use torpedoes over here. This is where we could start to show him that we have defenses here. How you doing, Naomi? Good to have you, my friend. Bring that down to 12. In fact, I'll bring that down to just 0. I should be alright down here. We haven't seen anything to suggest air activity, but then again, it might be worthwhile to bring more. How we're looking here, actually. Okay, we're actually fine. Airfield, yeah. We'll bring another group of the fighters, actually. There we go. Yeah, this is it. I mean, what we're trying to do here in the campaign at the moment is really try and free up just assets. Just frankly, I need to free up assets. Alright. Set a little cap, set a little rest just for them here. Okay. So, we're going to have the ability to escort here, and we're going to strike out in theory, tomorrow, if we're able to do so. I think we should be able to do so from here. Using torpedoes. Yep, there we go. Should, in theory, be able to do so. Yeah, I got that there. Nicely spotted there, I know. Now, let's take a look at the range. So we're looking at 10 hex range, so we're looking to strike out to 12. That's good. We need to be able to show him that we can actually control this area. That's nice. So he's going to see us obviously attacking in the northern area as well. How you doing there, Battling Geezer? Good to have you, my friend. Good to see you. Okay. Never in its standard. I could potentially shift them south. So yeah, we're going to show him what's what. I think we take combined fleet, and I think we have combined fleet. I think we'll go for this area, frankly. Got oilers there. Okay. Right, read the oilers. Actually, no. You can move quite far, actually. Let's see. It's 9. It's about there. And then they can head back. I can have them remain on station just to act as our refuel point, which is good. Okay. Oh, it's not letting me see that, which is not good. Just save it again just in case. Sometimes it can get a little funny. I think I lost Mike Maru. I don't know if I lost Yasukuni Maru. I know I lost Mike Maru. Let's double save it there, make sure. Okay, I think we're going to send combined fleet then to Palmyra. Start raiding out of our way, really. What we'll want to do then is actually... We do have Yunyo over here now. Oh, so Shoho. I may have Shoho in this area, but the question is, well, Well, I wanted Shoho to meet with... Well, I don't know, actually. Shoho. I could have her link up with combined fleet, to be fair. Not let me see it now, it's annoying. Actually, I can just tell them to meet them, can't I? Follow them. Fine. Right, what we'll do then... Well, in fairness, I could probably move out there. Your bar's a little bit low. If I was to head over here for a strike... Oh no, I can't see the patrols. I guess it's because they're not patrol. Okay. Then have you set a Baker. Should be fine. Your bar is a little bit low in fuel. What I'll do then, have you beat that force over there to refuel. Refuel. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go refuel. I'll keep... C. Another oiler there. Have her link up with the combined fleet. What size are these ports? Well, you've got a lot of long range there. I think we'll keep those oilers in that area, then I can have them follow up with us as far as we can. Keep them refueled then. Right, you're heading to Rebal. Ribal has a decent port, so I'm going to have these guys head south to Luganville, in fact. I want to build that area. I'd like to build up to Lag as well. Yeah, interesting that it's here, actually. It's kind of annoying. It's a port size 3, which is fantastically large. Damn. Okay, dock them. Well, they can pick her up anyway. I could dock her into port. And just keep depth charging him until it buggers off, really. Okay. I'm just going to be a minute. I'm just going to put my lamp on so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. 2 seconds. Okay. There we go. I don't imagine we're going to be too much longer, really, on the turn. There's not a huge amount for us to really do. How you doing, Oscar? Invaded. No, not yet. We're getting there. Okay, they're continuing to head to truck. When the situation does settle down somewhat, I will bring the BBs in. I think what we might want to do then is actually have I'm somewhat reluctant to bring them into this area due to the submarines, but I'll bring them around. They could do a refueling. We'll have them refuel over here with truck. If I can actually control the skies over here, then that's not too bad. Also, we'll get additional fighters over this way. We'll see how things work out over here, but I would like to bring it. I could take Zeros from this way and move them out if needs be, or if we're able to, or Oscars. Oscars would be good for that, but we'll see. I don't have the luxury of moving things as of this moment. Can I upgrade? No upgrades possible. It's a shame. Okay, they're running supply, but that's really inefficient use of them. What I'm going to do then is actually transfer them over to Kendari. I actually do have paratroopers over here to Kendari. Okay, so just have them rest for the time being. We will be looking to drop. I've got paratroopers prepping for this area. I've seen a few ARs where this tends to be open. That'd be nice to take that, actually. Gives us an airfield as well. Has that got a port? I didn't realise that had a port. I'm actually going to take a look at that, so that might be like a way in there. Yeah, let's take a look at that. Could do like a naval guard to take that. So we're going to bombard over here like a Gaian. Try and test his defenses there once again. I don't think they're too far from giving out. He doesn't have a huge deal of supply. It will eventually give. Level 2 forts. Right. How far are they from... Is it Tavoy? Yeah, Tavoy. Not too far. That's good. I think I'm sending a... I can't remember. I think I'm sending a unit up this way. Can't recall, actually. Right. I'm going to have them run reconnaissance over Port Blair, so I'm moving the paratroopers down this way. Then about there, so we can get them to then march potentially overland, or even move them out via ship. See, there's a lot of assets over here. That's a lot of troop transports there. Holy moly. Yeah, so 38th should arrive potentially at Canton tomorrow, or 2 days, and then we can get them moving. I think I can have these ships to return to Japan. I don't have a huge amount of troops I can move around anywhere right now. I could do with freeing up engineers. That would be handy. We'll have it head for Nagasaki, sorry, Kagoshima for now. Hey, new man Blinson. Good to have you, my friend. My favourite Singaporean. Just give a like, shut the fuck up. Oh, dear. I'm going to need that base force for when we do land at Palembang. I'm going to be working towards that pretty quickly. Okay. Yeah, 20 seconds heading south. Brilliant. Get that heading there, then I can move that into Palembang. It's not going to take as much to take Palembang. You're moving that. Okay. Yeah, when you do actually go to Southeast Asia, you'll go to Singapore, then I'll be like, oh, I always knew you were from Singapore, you've just been hiding it. I need to pick up that unit so bad. I could use that unit for Tarakan then perhaps. Take these torpedo boats. To definitely give us the ability to move it. Right, so head to Manado. Right, go pick them up. So pick them up and sort ourselves out there. So I do have my tankers moving in here, that's good. They're moving over there as well. Excellent. Okay, you're unloading. I'm gonna have you disband for now. What? Why does that show me Tarawa? Why did it show me Yunyo? Where the hell's Yunyo? That was bizarre. Yeah, Yunyo's all the way over here. What the hell was that about? That was weird. Very weird. Okay, they're finally heading south, which is good. Food for thought. It'd be nice if the UI was a little bit easier to use. I do like the game for the most part. Oops. I'd have to think on that one, actually. I suppose I've got a bit of Stockholm Syndrome now, because I'm just so used to it that I can't really imagine it being anything else. I can't say anything more. It is a good question, though. I'd use Junyo to go ahead and probably link up with the CF. But if she can't link up with CF, then we'll have her link up with MKB then. She's not the fastest, really, is she? So I suppose she's probably a better fit for MKB. We'll have her head south anyway. That's pretty intriguing. Yeah, those AKs are so important. C. I'd have to use an island to actually use them. But we'll see. Right, I'm going to patrol around this way. I'm really happy that we have so many float planes now. We'll get a good idea what's going on over here. Send cruisers then outwards. Oh, you're going to repair, aren't you? Okay. Expert. Oh, that's funny. I don't know. I mean, what I'd say is probably look at like the mod like RHS and see how they've managed to expand upon the game in different ways. I don't know. Does anybody in chat have any ideas for what they'd like to see improved? Okay, they're in position now. That's good. God, that's so useful, actually. Right, you need to come to the rail line. You also on the rail line. I think what I'm going to do is take that brigade to that area here, actually. At least begin moving it up that way. Right. We did have a question about actual reconnaissance. I'm going to look around the area there. Don't need to know about Nanyang. Yeah, if we can figure out what his troop concentrations are, that'd be good. We'll start and work out from Xi'an. 84. I'll just divert free to that for now. Oh, they don't have a target. Okay. Have them run over there. Okay, you'll arrive tomorrow. Can't remember what's going to move there. Okay, we've got a destroyer over here now, that's good. I can get these tankers moving. I don't mind the UI. I think it could do with like little things being cleared up, that'd be nice. Yeah. I think when it comes to like industry or things like that, not having one button click being final. Like with the R&D, when you put supply, well, so when you build R&D, you can't undo that, which is annoying. Okay, sub chase is more subs, that's nice. Okay. So I'm going to be buying out these engineers in the near future, actually. Good, they've refueled. Refuel there. You kind of thing right now. Yeah, I told you to carry that. Good, good. Very nice. I'm looking forward to having those LSDs, actually. Right, you've arrived at Babaldwa. Out of interest if I put you in port. Yeah, I'll send you home. So annoyed that it was a bloody collision from one of our own goddamn ships that did that. Well, it's not ideal. That flotation damage isn't too bad. Have her head for Osaka. See how long we can go before flotation becomes a problem, but if I can move sooner, then at least get into port sooner to repair. Right, okay. Let's wait until the 38th to arrive now. That's not enough capacity, actually. Oh, it's because it's on cargo. Praying that we'll have enough now. Oh, there's my room. 11,000. I could do a little bit more then, actually. Send you back. I can't recall what I wanted you to head there for, to be honest. I really don't like him moving things there. Alright, could you be in Hengyang likely? Yeah, tomorrow you should be there. You want to Xiaoyang? Okay, we have additional forces moving, which is good. Move them in movement, but otherwise they'll not arrive. Okay. Best case scenario is he retreats over this way. I don't think that's likely. But, you know, to be fair, it could happen due to the fact that, I don't know, we'll see. If he retreats, I don't think he's going to retreat. I just need to try and pin him down, but I don't think I'm going to be able to manage that. We'll see. It's not looking brilliant. That's a lot of ships there. He's been so bloody bold, and I want to punish him so badly for it. We will really soon. So I can't allow that to go unpunished. We will get there. As soon as Singapore falls, when I can have that straits opened, I might even look towards sending the MKB up into that area. But no, saying that, I just need to have control. I don't know. It's one of those of, like, he's moving in a lot of supply, but we'll see what happens in the coming days. This river might be fine, just as a border, really. How about sending CF to Fiji area instead of Palmyra? Yeah. Well, how about this then? So I'd like to get beyond here. We'll have a go going for the original plan. What I'm going to plan to do is send in the light cruisers to bombard here. If we're detected with the carriers, then we'll look to head them south towards Fiji. But I might just end up bringing the MKB down to the Fiji area anyway. We'll see. That is a good point. Right, I tell you what. Yeah, what we'll do, we're not going to send Combined Fleet there now. Or at least we're not going to send Combined Fleet, but what I'll do then is... So I'd rather go for that when I can actually cause lasting damage. I need the battleships to... Yeah, we'll get the battleships coordinated over here. I'll get the battleships moving down south. If we don't use them at Port Moresby, we'll see. But yeah, I'd like to bring the bombardment capabilities south, and then we'll move into that area. It's hard to say. We'll see what we can manage. I'd like to try and get into that area. He won't do it forever, but there's a lot of assets in this area. We've seen ships that are moving up this way. We'll get into this area if we can. We'll see. Fiji ain't going nowhere. Well, the reason is, well, we'll come down here with carriers, okay. But I'd like to actually make a lasting impression down here. So I'd like to disable the actual airfields and make this actually useful. Yeah, I know, that's why I'm saying we could use the BBs at potentially Moresby, if needed. But no, I'm going to make the decision that we're going to have the Combined Fleet head this way. I would like to go for that plan. If we can get past it, then happy days. Ideally we can make it. We'll see what we'll detect in that area. We'll do end the mines down there now, which is not exactly great. But yeah, Fiji ain't going nowhere. He's going to keep those assets there more than likely anyway. We do have a level of detection over here, which is good. And we'll be able to build this area up actually to start hitting him over here soon as well. But yeah, more than likely we'll have the BB set to bombard Port Moresby soon enough. Are you kidding me? We're not just going to go in and bombard once, man. I don't know. Who gives a shit about fires? What I've been thinking about is bringing the well, suppressing zone activity, bringing the AKs, parking them there with the BBs, and then just like day in, day out bombarding. I get what you're saying, Evoken, but I'm going to say no. I think it's one of those we can bring the MKB down that way. I'd rather use MKB. I don't want to advertise the presence of CF. Yeah, we'll go with that. I may contemplate using Shoho, but we'll see. Yeah, well, what I'm thinking is I want to go with the original plan that we had. I would like to very much see if we can get beyond here, really. He will have assets over here. What I'm kind of thinking of is, I know it's going to sound crazy, but essentially I want to have the CF try and move past this way, then bring the MKB down south this way. Once that detector's going to know about that. Yeah, but a Vulcan, okay, then we advertise where our carriers are. This ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere, is it, mate? This is why I think we use the the Minikid Batai. We don't know exactly where all his carriers are, remember that. They may be here. They may be down here. We don't exactly want to advertise where all of our carriers are, really. We'll see. This ain't going nowhere. There's a long time between that. He knows we're no longer at Midway. Well, he may think we're at Midway. But no, I don't see what the problem is by bringing the MKB to do that. I'd rather bring the MKB after we're done with Moresby, really. And then go for the plan regarding the BBs. Ideally, I can rustle up some actual AV by that point. Well, he doesn't know where the combined fleet is now. He's not seen them for a good few days now. Okay, they're still moving. They're definitely moving north, which is interesting, actually. We'll begin marching down that rail line shortly. They continue to march, so they'll arrive tomorrow. Not all of them, apparently. Goddamn. Those must be additional troops that have arrived. Some of them really aren't moving as fast as I would have hoped. Or at all. The fuck? Oh, that's all the additional troops that have just arrived there. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we have MKB to do that. Yeah, but how do you know there's nothing there? He's obviously bringing fuel, he's obviously bringing supplies. He's bringing them somewhere. We know there's... Well, we don't know per se, but we don't think there's carriers beyond this point here. What I'd like to do is obviously get the CF out this way and then split them up and then cover this area. We still have many carriers over here. My question is, what is wrong with using the MKB? I could bring them south, okay. Yeah, we might think some things. But this, it isn't affected us right now. If he's happy building that area up, okay, we'll come and do... Well, we'll come down to the area we can actually hit it. He'd be able to repair damage, but the thing is, we're not going to exactly come to this area and then leave. I'm going to come to this area when we can actually remain in this area. All I need really is air cover there. I'm just going to have to disagree with you, Vulcan. I don't see what difference it makes if I use MKB. I'd rather use MKB, bring battleships, and actually make a lasting impression here. Then all I need to do is suppress his air power, part the BBs there, bombard Pago until that's essentially a glass. And then we'll do the same down here at Suva. Well, yeah, as you said to the map edge. So you will have things. There are things here. We'll find them. Have faith. Have faith. Okay, then we're next to you. What range are we looking at here? In fact, yeah. So once we build this island up, I'll be able to run from here. We have a lot of oilers. There's 19,000 tons, sorry, 19,000 units of fuel there. There's another 6,900 there. Had some more somewhere else as well. Whereabouts was it? I'm sure we had another oiler. Oh, there's another 23,000 over there as well. So I can keep the oilers moving. In my bad opinion, it seems like you've not been very decisive with your carry use. I just don't think that just because we see a target, we should go for it. We do have greater aims at play. But I'm fine. If people want to think I'm being passive, they can think that. We'll prove them wrong. I don't see any issue with using MKB to do that. The assets that he has at Fiji, okay. They may run, okay, but where are they going to run to? They're either going to run down here, okay. But it's alright just aiming to hit ships. Ships will come and go. If we can hit them, that's great. But essentially, we don't want to have everything predicated on just hitting ships. It's all well and good if we know what is there. But I'd rather move into the area to actually reduce his capabilities long term. So that means actually hitting airfields and reducing his actual airfields in the area. Essentially preparing the area for an invasion then. Okay, you're moving additional engineers in, that's brilliant. Yeah, but if I'm projecting power, it's alright projecting temporary power, but then that's temporary. I'm not willing to reveal the position of combined fleet for a few ships. It's all well and good, but I can use MKB. If he's still here, we'll get them. If not, they're not exactly far. Oh, we're going to have some falling out tonight. Okay, we're near the end of the actual turn, to be fair. A lot of things are already underway that were underway. Okay, get that fuel moving. I do need more fuel down here. We'll have some shipments out from Japan. And in fairness, I may in fact stop doing that and have them actually head to Belapap and instead take fuel from there. There we go. I should have a tanker heading south, actually. Oh, they're heading out here to Barbados to give us patrol boats in Dutch East Indies. That's a tiny amount of fuel, but at least it is some fuel. Base forces. There should be another tanker, or at least there should be due to send a tanker. Those are small tankers heading back to the home isles. We could do with a tanker south. But I can manage. I'll take fuel from the Dutch East Indies itself, actually, as much as possible. We have here 18. There's 2 there. 32 there. We can manage in the area. We should soon have Singapore, which will free up more fuel as well for us, which is good. Okay. Finally, you picked up those troops. My god, that took a long time. Right, more there. Right, move them temporarily down there. So I could do with some DMSs out in the Pacific, to be honest. Okay. Are these construction units? They are. I don't need them to head there. I'll need them really at Palembang. So what we'll do then is we'll have them head for Singkawang, but I'm going to have them really sent into Palembang as soon as we capture that. Oops. Construction unit. Right, take them. I'm going to get these assets so we can actually move them into Palembang. Yeah, we will do. Obviously, I'm not going to need a huge amount here. What I'm going to try and do is make sure I can actually get fuel to the areas that we need it. We don't use a huge amount of fuel from the actual ships once we actually are fueled up. What I essentially want to do here is get the area to be somewhat self-sufficient to a degree, and then begin to obviously move the fuel out as soon as possible, really. But I'd rather not take the fuel that we have in the home islands and take it all the way down there for it to have to come back, essentially. If that makes any sense. We can make do with what we have there. AM's moving there south. Interesting. Right, let's see. So we've got the first Sentai. I'm going to move the first Sentai back over to Kopang. Start running naval attack there. Right, go with that. Gives us range out to Darwin. But at least we have it escorted now, which is good. Still waiting on this unit to arrive. So I need to rebuild the divisions in this area then. Which would be handy, but I need to reduce the air power here. Once we do take Palembang, that'll be good. Gives us that to work with. Can then start to work towards Java. Now, ideally, Singapore is going to take too long. What it might be worthwhile doing is the divisions, once they're freed up from Singapore's siege, once we do take Singapore, is actually have them made available for Java, go for a very quick conquest of Java, and then send them towards Rangoon then perhaps. Thank you very much there, man. I lack of faith in our great leaders disturbing. It's gonna crack. It will crack. Yeah. Papua New Guinea will crack before the division will. I couldn't remember what division it was then. Okay, but things are underway. It's looking a lot better now. Right, they're moving back towards Babardwar. Good. And getting a lot of surplus assets out of the area is always a good idea. Okay, you're still loading those guys. That's excellent. Then you can get them over there. So we'll hope to finish off Mindanao in the near future then. I don't imagine Mindanao is going to last much longer than a week. I'm going to say a week before we have Mindanao under our control. We'll then move to take the rest of the Philippine Islands. Yeah, need to finish this. I'd like to do that. Once we do have Banjarmasin, I can actually then transport in assets there. And we'll look to take that. We have plenty of oil in the homeland. We're not going to run out immediately. And just as a rough... Can I take a look? I'm not... I know sometimes it might be a little bit confusing. I might not have explained myself well. I'm not going to exactly run this area permanently like that. I'm not going to exactly... I'm not saying I'm going to leave everything here. What I'm trying to say is I just want to get the fuel from these areas into the ports where they are needed for now. And then what I'll do is start running it back to the homeland. Like we'll liberate a lot of fuel from Singapore, and then we'll have it sent back. Now, I'm not doing great in this campaign. The Dadman campaign is significantly better. This one's all about trying to just rectify what should have been, really. But we'll get in there. There's a lot of inertia to get past, but we are getting there. Okay. I could do a fuel delivery out of Bardwar, frankly. Right, tanker's moving down that way. Okay. Let's take a look. Oh dear. Right, let's take a look. I need to take a look at the industry and I'm hitting the wrong button. Let's see. Right. So we have 2.77 million tons there, but that's probably not exclusively Japan. Fuel. Actually, does it tell you here which is on? Does it mean refinery? No, it's just refinery production. Interesting. Okay. So there's 942,000 tons there. Well, units. In Osaka, another 302,000 units. So enough fuel to keep us going for the short time, sorry. But yeah, we'll get the area essentially fueled up. I mean, once we do take Singapore, things are going to get a lot easier. We'll obviously liberate Palembang shortly as well. Okay. But again, just to clarify, I'm not against hitting the area. I just don't think it's worthwhile using CF. CF can be used for other purposes. We have a perfectly good carrier group that is able to move to that area. I'd like to move to that area to then actually do some lasting damage. And ideally prepare it for invasion, potentially. Got that fuel there. Is it too dangerous to bring it in right now? It should be alright with the actual MKB in the area. Gonna move them crews and then we'll move full speed after. Get them in at final stretch. Right. They can head back to truck. Ah, it's a good deal if you're moving in. Still trying to find the Prince of Wales. It always seems to be the Prince of Wales that's a hard one to find. Yeah, I'd imagine he's probably got them. Prince of Wales reports are probably even in India. Or they might be out... yeah, they might be out at Cape Town, Mombasa. They're probably out somewhere beyond our reach, but that's fine. We'll see them when they do come back. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to be building for an attack over here towards towards Palembang, which would be good. Get that area cleared. Yeah, we'll get the ability to actually launch torpedoes here. That should be excellent. I'm going to then move up further down here. Benjamin is going to be brilliant. That's going to really just unlock that potential. If I could get the 22nd established there, that'd be fantastic, but we'll see. I should have... yeah, we've got another air HQ headed down this way, so I need to check that consistently. Did we look at the light cruiser? Yeah, it's heading back to Saigon to undergo repair. Took a little bit more damage than what I would have imagined, actually. That bloody gun's been very well aimed. Okay. So they're going to deliberate attack. They, There's a lot of disruption. I'm going to go for a deliberate attack, however. We know there's not a lot of AV, so I would like to try and take control of that hex. If I can try and take control of that hex, that'd be fantastic. I don't think it's going to give, but bloody well going to hope so. Okay, I think beyond that we're more or less done. What I'm going to do then is, let's see. Right, they're not moving anywhere near as fast as I would have hoped for. Okay, there we go. Right, so I'm going to have everybody march to the unit's objective, which is obviously that hex there. That'll get them all moving. Everyone's in movement mode. So we'd have 3,000 AV there. Roughly 3-4, 3-5-ish. What are the orders for the 2 raiding regiments? Well, that raiding regiment over there is actually going to be fighting a battle. I still have raiding regiments over here. What I'm looking towards doing is actually getting reconnaissance. So if I take a look, we've got first raiding, which I've got planned for Semarang, which is over here. And then that one's still set for Kagi, but the good news is I can actually retain a lot of planning bonus there. So what I'm going to do here then is figure out which is an empty port or where we can actually look to attack. There wasn't much of a yeet. It was just unfortunately, just obviously due to the actual terrain there, but had that been lower terrain, we'd have been able to manage that. But we'll get that. We should get that. Any ideas for the turn? Well, that's a good question, isn't it, really? Yeah, we did have 2 major battles, that should be fair. Shall we? Yeah. And we'll be able to manage Wenkao shortly. Keep up that bombardment there. Okay, that's moving out. Yeah. Tulagi could be interesting. I can't stand if I want to put them actually into port at Tulagi, to be honest. Quite aggressive. Send them for our home ports at Luganville. Okay. Go big. You're perfect. That's somebody Kyushu. Wow, you don't see many of those. Esowason? Didn't see the actual name there. That one anyway. I'll take a look at those destroyers in a sec. Right, dock and unload. That's good. That'll get additional supply in there. It's going to get a nice chunk of the unit, well, the headquarters in there anyway. Now, what I'm going to do here then, take them. Okay, cancel that unloading there. I'd like to have them unload there. So I do want to get the actual engineers over to these bases here, sorry. So I'm going to build that base up first at effect. They're carrying 85. That ain't right. There we go. Yeah, no, it is a good plan. It is a good plan. I do want to take, obviously, some of these. It's only a small koi, isn't it? Okay, unload that. Yeah, we're going to build these airfields up. And then what we'll do when we have the ability to do so is I'll move the air HQ down to one of these air bases. I'd like to build Tenno up as well. Once I build Tenno up, then that gives us range over Suva. Yeah, so as G3s we have range over Fiji, which is brilliant. We'll look towards conquering that area. But the important thing is if we do get zeros down here, I can actually escort them in over Suva, which is excellent. Okay. It is interesting we didn't see the Oilers out that way. We'll see. I'm going to do a bombardment attack here to see how strong it is. See you later, John. Have a good one, my friend. That's a good question. Yar. Let's see. See, I'm not as familiar with the R&D of this game as much as I would have been with the others. R&D. Right, so we have Tojo's. We're not too far away from it. Yeah, so rival date is later on this year, but we are getting somewhat into it. So we'll start producing those soon enough, really. Looking forward to having the A6M move up that way. That'll be excellent. Okay, I think we're pretty much at the end of the turn, really. I think that's pretty much everything done there. Right, they're heading south. They're going to begin moving now. Essentially, what we're going to be doing then is, as soon as we are bloody able, is I'm going to be sending a lot of air power down to this way. He's doing this and it's unpunished, and it is not right. It will be ended soon. We're going to be preparing to take Palembang. Singapore is not far from the end. Yeah, no, it's good, isn't it? It is good. I agree. Yeah. We're just waiting on the engineers to arrive where they need to be now. Getting the assets moved. It will be good to see how we get on over here then, really. I guess I'll increase the amount of bombers over here then. Oh, bugger it. We'll go big then. Go big or go home, I guess. At least that should make people happy. Yeah, pretty much. Our production's really not very good in this game. So, for example, in the Danban game, we will have more zero production in probably potentially December into January than we do have now when we're in February. Of zeros, that is. So production of this game's taken a long time to ramp up, which is not good. But, yeah, it's on the way now. Right, they're moving there. I do want to get... ideally, 2 Naval Guards would be enough. I'd like to get additional forces. But what I'll do is actually get that regiment picked up. So that regiment to be ideal then for Palembang. And it's going to arrive tomorrow. I'm going to have it begin to plan for Palembang. And then we'll get that into Palembang. That'll be excellent. Get that loaded. And good to go. I do have a bunch of sub-chasers over here, which is nice. Just need the actual support, sort of transports. Those will help. Yep, okay. They're heading out. Right, head over there in case he has mines. Heading there, John. Alright, Naval Guard units are very handy there. There's quite a few, in fact. I'm going to have it head to Belepapan. The reason is I want to have those Naval Guard units potentially available for Java, but I'd like to move it closer. The actual 5th Fleet headquarters, however, is an intriguing one. The reason is because I can use it as like a combat command, essentially. Yeah, command radius 9. So that's not going to be in range from Belepapan. No. But what I'd do is I'd then move it over here, which would actually give us the ability to have headquarters help us out in this area. Like over Semarang, which is where we're going to be likely landing. We'll see. We might make a initial landing and cause him problems, get things moving. But I will need a lot more forces to be able to move in there. But if we can get the landing, then we'll be on ashore, really. Which is what matters. We need to find out where he's weak, really. Where's Megami Makuma? Oh, actually, that's a good point. Oh no, those cruisers are heading back, aren't they? Makuma is over there. Mogami is also here. You're heading to Comac. Oh yes, you're heading down there to pick up additional troops, aren't you? Which is going to be handy, actually. That will give us things to work with. I will have that given a waypoint. There we go. They can try. Frankly, if we establish our... I mean, this is it. If I can take Palembang, that's brilliant. I'm going to be looking towards taking Denpasses shortly as well. But if I can establish my aircraft, my air squadrons in a position to ward him off, that's fine. If he's brought carriers to the Indian Ocean, we're going to make sure he regrets it. But what we need to do is make it intolerable for him to not have carriers over here in the Pacific. As we need to essentially shut him down in this area. Or at least cause him havoc. We'll see how the G3s do over here. They'll have ample amounts of search, which is good. Aye. Ideally, we can punish him over here as well. Kagero. Matataki. Oh god, such a mixed class of ships there. Such a missed class. Right, start to get troops off the island. I've only got 700, haven't I? So that's going to take some time. Start moving the 84th off the island. It's not a nightmare scenario at all, really. And you got to think, obviously, we do have these land bases. We can use them. We do have far greater range than he does. It'd be obviously a problem, but it's not one we can't overcome, really. We'd manage. We'd manage. I need to figure out where his cows are, though. That would be handy. Okay. Pego, pego. Yeah, Kagiro's good. Well, I'm going to save it. I'm not going to send turn off immediately. I'm going to have a little bit of time to think over it. I'll consider having Combined Fleet head south. I'll consider it. I can see why. And I may end up doing so. I'll think it over. So we'll see there. But yeah, we'll go ahead and save it here and call it a night. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. You have been awesome as per usual. It's been some really good debate here, and that's the best thing. Apologies if it's ever sounded at least heated or anything of that nature. It's not the intention. I do enjoy a good debate, but the important thing about a good debate is it's something you should be invested in, really. Yeah, exactly as I know, so say, you can't sink our land bases, but we can sink his CVs. Exactly. Yeah, well, this is it. It's like I always say. Well, I always try to maintain that. I don't give in easy. If an idea is good and I agree with it, I will agree with it. But if I don't agree, I think you should try to change my mind. And I think it's wise to always have some resistance to that. The reason being just so we don't. Well, just make ideas make sense, really. And an idea, if it's correct, should be able to stand on its own merits, essentially. And should be convincing. Okay, there we go. So I'll save that, get it probably sent off either tonight or tomorrow. And let's see. Just going to go ahead and read out the list of patrons, which is fantastic. Amazing people, they are the best. I need to learn some Trump quotes, because that'd be funny, actually. He knows how to flatter people. So, a big thank you to my patrons here. Bange, Bleachacid, deepicduck. I don't know how to pronounce them, to be honest. Dingobert, Eric Wild, ERKKK, George Kilgore, Gregory VanHouten, Iceycrome, Imperator Thrawn, James Lindsay, Lord Luba, Mark Tolson, Paul Sanders, Raphael, Rick Chambers, Ricky Blinson, Sam, Spacht, SunYan, Talon, 1DE, The Forgotten, and Tin Lindholm. Thank you so much for that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, well, I assume there's potentially some ladies in there, but I assume it's majority gentlemen. But thank you all of you for watching, and thank you all to my patrons. It's very much appreciated. If you guys do feel I've earned your support, then please do consider becoming a patron. That does definitely help out. And until next time, we found all your guns as turn names. I'll think of a turn name. Until next time, thank you and goodbye.